Welcome or welcome back, and sorry for posting the video late. This is the Nifty Analysis video where I'm supposed to be posting this particular video on Friday to Sunday in between, but bear with me. Let's do it today. So on that particular day, I told you that this was a bearish king candle, and this may indicate a great gap down, um, and which actually happened. Like this is the kind of drawing I made that day, and now, this was the density of the gap down. Now, it was the speculative news that made this amount of gap down, and then it came back or closed on a nicer point, but it actually was a big red candle, and it was based on the news that the President Trump will apply some sort of IT tariff on Indian companies, and then an hour later, it was confirmed by the news that this was just a speculation, not a real news, and then the market recovered. You may want to see some 15-minute chart. Let's just go to the Friday. Let's go to Friday. This is the Friday. It opened and it showed a gap down, and from 12:30 it showed a recovery and not so much down, but yeah, it closed on okayish level on 24,750 level, which is okay, but it showed a gap down. So for anyone who is just uh, watching candles can make this kind of prediction. Not that it is 100% true, but in most of the case it is true. Like for example, of this particular big green candle, it's a king candle where the wicks, I told you what wicks is. So where the wicks didn't had like much of the volume of the whole candle. Basically, wick is considerably very less than the whole body. And the other day, it showed again a great gap up. Then, of course, everything is speculative, so it just came down, closed on 24,600 level, and it had a high of 24,750. So it's okay, you know, it's market, anything can happen. But what I'm saying is, when there is a big candle with a very low amount of wick, this can indicate a great um, next day or maybe next week prediction. If you would see it on a weekly basis, you may see that this performs more well. Like for example, this particular candle is a very big weekly candle. It's a king candle. Then this particular one, it opened lower and then closed on the upper boundaries. This particular one has some wick in it, but it also showed a very slight, like not more than 30 points gap up, but it has showed some. And then you might find more examples, and you may also find some uh, opposite ones like this one, where it showed a really big bearish candle, but did not made a bearish move the next week. But in this case, what you have to do is the stop loss system or the resistance support system, where you when you see this kind of candles, you take the in bearish candle, you take the highest point as a stop loss. Like if this candle had, in this particular week crossed this level, it will go up. And then at this particular time, you need to just, if you are a future trader or option trader, you might sell this here. But it did not go there. It closed slightly okay. And taking this, considering this as a stop loss, you see it somehow fall. It showed a very like um, almost 5-6% fall, which is a great for someone trading in future or selling options, buying options whatsoever. And yeah, like there is a stop loss system. And here you see, when this thing cutted this particular heavy base, you are supposed to sell, and it will come very down I will show a more fall. Let me show you more example where it didn't work, but eventually it did. Like in this particular candle, you see. Now, don't consider this is it's just a wick. It's a very like low time movement, very small window, and it will just come down, go up. Human uh, manual hands will not be able to catch. But yeah, like in this particular one, you see this candle did not really hit the stop loss of this support. Went up, went up, went up, and it somehow went so up. Like if you see this closed on 23,000, and here you have seen the 25,000 level, which is again immaculate, almost 7-8%. You see here it worked. If someone has taken here stop loss hitter, they could either exit or they could short, and when they will short the future or the option or whatsoever any trading style, they will see a great uh, result. Now this is another not very like considerably okayish king candle where the wick is there and but the candle is red. So if suppose it crossed this particular level, there are chances that it will go up and then it eventually go up like this level was 19,500. When this level crossed, the next big fall was here where the level were 21,500. So more than 10% movement. Um, and it was like for months, it was almost 3 months, 2.5 month movement. So yeah, you should really consider this kind of charting. This will really, really help you. Now, another form of great charting that I have ever learned is a trend line based chart where you take a line and you just extend it like this because it's a weekly one. So the power, the support of this particular line is considerably more. Now, if someone has really exited here, for example, they might find a move and again when it braked and stayed up for a week of this line, you can again make a entry and now just trading near here. Now you may tell this is bullshit because it sometimes did this and that's okay. And for more conviction, you can go on a monthly chart and now make a candle appropriate line. Now you will see it's even better and it somehow is telling you that if you are a bull, do not let your bullishness go before 24,200. It's a great conviction chart, and everyone hopes that it might show a reversal or it will consolidate more here. So, yeah, that's it for this video. If you ever want to learn charting from me, tell me in the comment section. I might try to make short 5 to 8 minute video on a particular chart topic because charting takes literally more than like hours of practice and months of learning to become a very little beginner of that particular uh, topic. Charting trading, it's a very complex, very versatile, very dynamic topic to consider, to learn. If you see the monthly chart here, this is a king candle, here is a king candle. You see this might okay, this is a king candle and the next week was not a gap up, but it is still near its support. It's not still breaking like its um, stop loss, which you will consider as like a king candle support. So yeah, charting teach you a lot. You should always consider charting. It just makes you money where you are having a very like passive income sort of situation. that you have an active job, active business, and you have some great 5 lakh plus corpus, it can generate you a very 30 to 35% annum sort of non-risky return. It's like very low risk. Like if you're doing something, the risk being 12% and the chances of you winning is 80 to 95, 98%. In next video, I'm going to show you how do you consider that particular percentage, that this percentage are there for your risk and this percentage probability is you to make profit, and what kind of trading you should do while you are trading options. So that's a very interesting topic to learn. And in next video, I'm going to do that. Thank you.